Okay, welcome back. It's Capital Gold Hunter. Today we're going to make a hand dredge out of 2-inch PVC. So if you're like me, sometimes you're on the creek bed and it's hard to get into cracks and crevices or behind big boulders. So this tool is going to make it a lot easier to get that material into your gold pan, bucket, or your sluice box. So you can buy these on Amazon, eBay, or other places between $50 to over $100. I'm cheap, so I went to Home Depot and got all this stuff here at a fraction of the price. So to start off with the parts of the material, we're going to use a 2-inch piece of PVC cut at 36 inches. This is the body of the tool. We have a 1-inch piece of PVC cut at 40 inches. This is going to be the internal piston rod of the tool. A 2-inch PVC coupler, a 2-inch to 1.25" reducer, a 2-inch 45 with a piece of 2-inch cut to 6 inches. This is the end of the tool that's going to be on the creek bed, sucking up material. So you can choose just to go with a 2-inch straight, or you can do a 60 or a 90 degree, whatever your purpose is. Make sure you make it to whatever you want to make it. This is a 1-inch piece of PVC coupler that I cut in half, and then I took a round file and shaved the inside of it. This is going to be used as a retaining ring to hold the gasket or seal in place on the internal piston rod. A 1-inch PVC end cap, a 1-inch T or a 1-inch 90 with a 1-inch piece cut at 5 inches. I'm going to use the 90, and all this is a handle on the other side of the tool. So do whatever is easier for you or whatever you prefer. And the heart of the tool is going to be your gasket or your seal. Now this one I already got finished. It's going to dry overnight so I can build it tomorrow. But it's a 1-inch piece of foam pipe insulation that I found at Home Depot. This is a piece of it that's not glued. I like this one because it's slit, but it's not slit all the way through. So if you pinch it, you can take your glue, squirt some down the center, and then use string or tie wrap to hold it in place to dry overnight. They also offer one that's slit all the way through with tape on it. I would try to avoid using this one because you want to make sure you have a good seal for your suction device. And this one being all the way through might make it not work as well. So next I'll show you the material pricing list, the tools used, and then we'll get into building the hand dredge. Okay, so this is the material pricing list. Make sure you take a screenshot so you can take it to your local hardware store to get all these parts. But as you see, 1 through 10 is all the material, and it came out to $23.20. Unfortunately, I had to buy 2 10-foot sticks of 2-inch and 1-inch because I can't buy it to the size that I need. And then 11 through 12 is the glue and the PVC cement. So total cost comes out to $36.14. As for tools used, I used the basic hacksaw to cut the PVC, and then I used the X-Acto blade with the rag to clean off the ends. And then to glue the PVC together, I'm going to use this kit right here. You can get different stuff from your local hardware store. Gorilla Glue was used to do the foam pipe insulation, and then a round file, and then a tape measure. Okay, so real quick, I let this dry overnight, and I wanted to show you real quickly how easy it is to get this foam. When you use Gorilla Glue, it creates this foam layer. So to take this off, all I did was I snipped these tie wraps, and as I peel the tie wrap off, you can see that it actually releases all that foam that was on there. And if it doesn't come off, you can just take your nail and just scratch it off. So you'll be left with a nice clean gasket for your tool. Now to build the tool, we're going to take our 1-inch piece of PVC cut at 40 inches. We're going to take our 1-inch PVC coupler that we cut in half and shave the inside down and slide it onto the PVC. Then we're going to take our 1-inch pipe insulation and slide that down our PVC. Then we're going to take our primer, wipe around, take our cement, wipe around, then we're gonna put on our PVC end cap and hold for 30 seconds. Now for the purpose of the video, I'm not gonna sit here and hold it and waste time, but once it's dried, you're gonna slide your foam insulation back up just till it touches the end cap. And then you're gonna take your primer again, wipe around, take your cement, wipe around, then you're gonna push your retaining ring just till it touches the foam and let that dry for 30 seconds. Okay, so a few minutes have passed, everything's dry. Next thing you wanna do, you wanna take a nice sharp razor blade and you wanna shave just a little bit off of the outside of the foam insulation. If you don't do this, it's gonna be very tight inside of your 2-inch pipe and it won't be able to move. So just take real slight slivers off of your foam insulation. And once that's done, we'll continue with the rest of the tool. Okay, so at this point you should be done shaving the outside of the foam insulation. Some guys at this point will take a string on each end and tie it nice and tight, giving you added security that the foam won't split. I'm not gonna do that, but if you feel like you wanna do that right now, go ahead and do so. At this time, you would take your 36-inch, 2-inch PVC, set it on the ground, and you're gonna drive your piston rod all the way down. It should be pretty tight, but it should be not tight enough where you can't push it into the 2-inch pipe. And then once it hits the ground, stop. Your cap should be at the very end of the 2-inch. Now you want to take your primer and then your cement and go around the outside here, and then do it also on your 2-inch PVC coupler on the inside, and then insert that in, let it dry for 30 seconds, and then take your primer and your cement on the outside of your 2-inch to 1.25-inch reducer. Stick that down and let that dry for 30 seconds. Then we'll move on to our next step. So as you can see here, I just finished gluing the back end of the tool. It does get kind of messy. This can come off with sandpaper or just spray a light coat of paint on there to make it look nice and pretty. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our 1-inch 90 or our 1-inch T, whatever you want for the handle, and we're gonna glue this onto our piston rod. And then I'm gonna take my 1-inch PVC cut at 5 inches and glue that on the end of my piston rod. So this turns into the handle of your gold sucking device. Once that's done, turn it around, and we're gonna take our 2-inch PVC 45 elbow, or if you have a 60-degree, or if you want to put a 2-inch coupler on there with a 2-inch PVC straight pipe, do that if you want to. I'm not going to glue this, so if I want to take it off and change it, I can, but I'll just stick on my 45 right there. Then I'll take my 6-inch piece, put that on right there, and then this is the bottom of the tool. So as you can see, the tool is now completed and ready to go in the creek for use. And it should be just a nice pullback sucking action, but not too hard where you can't do it with one hand. So that's the whole point. You want to be able to do it with one hand. And that's it. We'll go down to the creek and we'll try it out. Okay, so yesterday we built it. Today we get to test it out. I'm down here on my creek behind this rock. There's a bunch of sand, gravel, and rocks behind it. And I'm gonna take it from here into my classifier and then into my gold pan. So when you're doing this, give it a good pullback and then try and go up with it and in. It's nice having this 45 on here because it actually keeps it from coming out a little bit. So we'll give it a shot. So that was 7 pumps. To give you an idea, this was empty before, but that's what it brought up. You see there's some pretty nice size rocks in there, and there's bigger ones down there that the 2-inch can't pick up, but just pick them out of the hole and just keep sucking down. I mean, it works awesome. So I'm gonna classify it real quick and we'll see if we got anything. So as you can see, it picked up 1 small piece of flower gold. This creek is known to have that type of gold in it. Haven't found anything bigger yet, but I'm still working it. There's a saying, gold's where you find it, and right now I'm not finding it, but at least I can tell the tool does work. It really sucks up a lot of that material and works out great. All right, so I think the test was a success. It's super easy to move dirt, move gravel, move rocks. If you had a bucket nearby, it can go right in the bucket. If you had a sluice box nearby, you can move a lot of material that quickly from the hole you're in to the sluice box. It only took about 15 minutes to make. It took me about 6 hours just with editing the videos and such like that, but really super quick, super easy, super inexpensive. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm gonna post one here maybe in a week or two of making a smaller one that's 1.25 inch diameter, about this big, for doing like nice small crevices and stuff. Same concept, but just more of a compact mini version. All right, thanks for watching.